Students of standard 8, last time we read the first part of the story. In the first part of the story we read how Joseph and Perry, they were a perfect combination for each other. They did their work perfectly well for the milk company. We also read how Joseph was a very smart horse and he knew exactly how to do his work, where he has to stop and for how much time he has to stop. In the story we also read that both of them were getting old, and the sign that both of them were getting old is Perry's moustache had become white. Perry was walking with the help of a walking stick, and Joseph, he did not lift his knees too high. The next part of the story is that the manager of the milk company comes to supervise the work one day. So Jakes, as we read it in the earlier part, Jakes was the supervisor, he was the foreman of the milk company. And the manager comes to inspect the work. Over here there is a conversation, okay, on page number 11. There is a conversation between the manager and Jakes. One morning the manager of the wind company came to inspect the early morning delivery. So the manager came to see how the work in the milk company was going on. Pointing out to Perry, Jakes said to him, "Watch how he talks to his horse whom he calls Joseph." So Jakes points out to Perry and he shows the manager that see how he talks to his horse. See the look in his eyes. I think these two share a secret. So what is the strong feeling that Jakes and Perry, they share a secret? Sometimes they seem to chuckle at us. Means sometimes they seem as if both of them are making fun, they are laughing at us. As they go off on their route in the morning, Perry is a good man but he is getting old. What else does Jakes tell the manager? That Perry is getting old. He is a good man, he is doing his work perfectly well but he is getting old. Don't you think he should be retired and given a small amount as pension? So what is one more suggestion that Jakes gives to the manager is that Perry should be retired and he should be given a small amount as pension. Pension means some amount of money that he would get from the milk company every month for his living. That is called a pension. Okay, people who retire from their jobs, after their job is over, they get a pension. So these are the suggestions. So Jakes, first of all, he very strongly feels that Perry and Joseph have some secret. And one more thing he suggests to the manager is that Perry should be retired. He should be given some small amount as a pension and he should be retired. Now what was the manager's reply? See, this is what Jakes said, and now what is the manager's reply? Of course, said the manager. So the manager also agrees, yes, what you are saying is true. He has been on this route for 30 years and not even once has there been a complaint against him. The manager is also happy with Perry's work. So what does he say? He has been on this route since the last 30 years. And not even once has there been a complaint against him. Means he was doing his work so well. Tell him he should retire. His salary will go on just the same. So the manager tells Jakes that okay, you tell Perry that he can retire. And the same salary that he is getting just now, he will get it as his pension. But Perry refused to retire. Okay. So he was given the option that he can retire, he will get the same salary. But Perry refused to retire. And what was the reason he refused to retire? Was he could not bear the thought of being separated from Joseph. So Perry did not want to get separated from his horse with whom he had been working since the last 15 years. Okay, he could not bear the thought of not driving his Joseph every day. So he could not bear the thought that he would be separated from Joseph, because if he retires, then he'll have to get separated from his horse. We are two old men, Joseph and I. Let us veer out together. When Joseph is ready to retire, then I too will leave. So what is Perry's reply to Jakes? That when Joseph retires, then I too will leave. But till Joseph is working for the milk company, even I want to work. Jakes, who was a kind-hearted man, understood this. So Jakes understood why Perry is refusing to retire, because he cannot think about getting separated from his horse. There was something about Perry and Joseph which made him smile tenderly. It was as though each drew some hidden strength from each other. See, both are old people and both of them are drawing some strength from each other which is helping them to do their work. When Perry was sitting in the seat and when Joseph was hitched to the wagon, neither of them seemed old. But when they finished their work, Perry would limp down the street, seeming very old indeed. The horse's head would also drop, and he would walk very wearily onto his stall. Okay, so over here, when they were doing their work, they were very active. But once their work is over, Perry would go limping back to his home. And what would Joseph do? He would put his head down and walk wearily. Wearily means tired, okay? So, he would walk wearily back to his stable. But as far as their work was concerned, there was no complaint against both of them, and both of them were doing their work perfectly well. The next part of the story is this part starts with that one day Joseph did not get up. He did not get up means he died. Then one morning, I am reading page number 12. Then one morning, Jakes had a dreadful news. He had a dreadful news for Perry. He said, Perry, Joseph did not wake up this morning. He was very old, Perry. You know he was 25 and that's like 75 for a man. So there was a dreadful news, means there was a shocking news. And what was that shocking news? So when Perry came to the stable in the morning, to the milk company in the morning, what did Jakes tell him? That Joseph did not get up this morning. Did not get up means he died. What else did he say? That Joseph was 25 years. And 25 for a horse is old age. Okay. If you consider the average lifespan of a horse, 25 for a horse is an old age. That's like a human being of 75 years. So 25 for a horse is an old age. He did not get up. Yes, Perry said slowly, I am 75 now, I shall never see him, my poor Joseph. So see, hearing this, Perry is very sad. And what is he saying? I am 75, Perry's age is 75 and Joseph, when he died, he was 25. What else is he saying? I shall not be able to see him again. Jakes patted Perry on the shoulder. We'll find another horse just as good as Joseph. So what is Jakes telling him now? Okay, don't worry, we will find another horse just as good as Joseph. We'll buy another horse for him. Why in a month's time you will teach him the route? What else is Jakes telling him? That you are so efficient that you can teach him the route in 1 month's time. Like the way you trained Joseph, you can train the next horse also, and you can work with the new horse that we get. So Jakes suggested Perry that they would get another horse. But Perry did not seem to be too happy with that suggestion. For years Perry had worn a heavy cap, the peak of which came low over his eyes. Now when Jakes looked into Perry's eyes, he saw something which startled him. Now see, Jakes looked into Perry's eyes. The peak of the cap was quite low. He could not look into his eyes so clearly. But today when he saw into his eyes, what did he see? When Jakes looked in Perry's eyes, there was a dull and lifeless look in his eyes. Why? Because he was very sad. See, generally when we are happy, our eyes also show happiness. When a person is angry, the eyes show the anger. When a person is sad, the eyes show the expression that is there in our heart and in our mind. Those expressions can be easily read through the eyes of a person. So over here, Perry's eyes today have a dull and lifeless look. Why dull and lifeless look? Because he is very sad. Because Joseph has died. His eyes were mirroring the grief that was in his heart. So the grief means sadness. The sadness that was there in his heart was reflected in his eyes. Where could Jakes see that sadness that was seen in his eyes? His heart was very sad and that sadness was seen in Perry's eyes. It was as if his heart and soul had died. He wanted to be with Jakes. He wanted to be with Joseph. But over here, since Joseph has died, today Perry also seems to be very sad. Tears were streaming. He saw a dead and lifeless look in them. The eyes were mirroring the grief that was in his heart and in his soul. It was as though his heart and soul had died. Take today off. So looking at Perry's condition, seeing that he is very sad, what did Jake tell him? That take today off means take a leave today. You go home today, take a leave for today. But before Jake could complete his sentence, Perry was already limping down the street. See, earlier Perry had said that when Joseph will stop working, I too will stop. Now today Joseph has died, so Perry also does not now want to work for the milk company. He is already left and he is already limping down the street. He is already entered the street. The next part of the lesson, when Perry started limping down the street, at that time there was a truck coming on that way at quite a high speed. Tears were streaming down his cheeks and he was sobbing. Sobbing means crying. He was crying and he was limping. He was slowly walking down. Limping means if a person has difficulty in walking, the way the person walks, like if there is a pain in the leg or pain in the joint, the way a person walks, that way is called limping. So he was limping and he had already entered the street. And there were tears in his eyes. What is the word used? Sobbing. Sobbing means crying. There was a warning yell from the driver of a huge truck that was coming fast. There was scream of brakes, but it appeared that Perry had heard neither. Now see, there was a speeding truck that was coming from that way. There was a warning yell from the driver of the truck. Yell means to shout. So the driver of the truck shouted. Moreover, there was also a scream of the brakes. See, generally when a vehicle is moving very fast and all of a sudden that vehicle has to apply brakes, you know there is a very long screeching sound that comes. Okay, so this happened with that truck also because the driver had to apply the brakes. Immediately, what happened? There was a sound of the brakes also and the driver also yelled. But Perry did not hear any of these things because in his mind there are some other thoughts. In his mind he has the thoughts of Joseph. 5 minutes later an ambulance doctor came. He is dead. So it shows that Perry met with an accident and he died. Joseph and several other milk wagon drivers had arrived by then. Now see, the place where the accident happened was not far from the milk company because he had just entered the street. He had just gone out of the milk company. So all the milk wagon drivers and Jakes and everyone had already come over there by that time. I could not help it, the driver of the truck protested. Now see, the driver of the truck, he is trying to save himself. He is saying, I could not help it. I had applied the brake, I had given a warning yell, but still he did not hear. He walked in right into my truck. He never saw it. I guess he walked into it as though he were blind. Okay, so what is the driver of the truck saying? That though I gave him a warning yell, though there was a sound of the brake, he did not hear it. And he was walking towards the side of the truck in a way in which he did not see the truck at all. So what is the driver of the truck saying? That I think he was blind. The ambulance doctor bent down. Blind now, so the ambulance doctor examines his eyes and he says, blind? He said, looking into Perry's eyes. Of course the man was blind. So what does the ambulance doctor say? Yes, of course. After examining his eyes, the doctor also found out that yes, he was blind. See those cataracts. And he was blind because of what? Because of cataract. You know, as a person becomes old, an opaque layer forms in the eyes, because of which the person is not able to see. And if that is not operated on time, what happens? The person becomes blind. That is cataract. Most of your grandparents would have also gone through a cataract operation. So it's very common in old people getting cataract. It's called motio in Gujarati. Okay, so he had been blind due to cataract. Then he turned to Jakes and said, you say he worked for you. Didn't you know he was blind? So the ambulance doctor, he turned towards Jakes and he said, you say that he worked for you. And so many years he was blind since the last 5 years and you did not know that he was blind. No, Jakes said softly. So did ever Jakes know that Perry was blind? No, Jakes said softly. none of us knew. And what is Jake saying? That not only I, none of us over here know that he was blind. There was only one who knew, a friend of his named Joseph. Only one person knew that he was blind, and who was that? Joseph. It was a secret, I think, just between the two, and that was a secret. Now see, they were such a nice help for each other that they did their work perfectly well. One more thing, they both of them also died on the same day. They did not have any separation. Okay, they did not get separated as such, if we see. Both of them did their work together, and both of them died also on the same day. So go through the story. See, I have written all the main points on the board. These would be helpful to you to frame your question answers. Plus, go through the whole story from the textbook also. In the glossary also, there are a lot of meanings that are given. Most of them I have explained them while teaching the lesson.